Hi everyone, my name is Montana and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then thanks for clicking on this video. Make sure you subscribe down below because I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. I know I'm kind of far from that, but maybe one day. Today I'm going to be talking about what it's like being a teen, specifically in Germany, and I'm studying abroad here for the year. And so I've got, I think, 5 or 6 culture shocks that I noticed in high school and just like with teens in general here, and how being a teenager is different in Germany versus in the US. So I hope you enjoy this video, and anything that I say, I don't want you to think that it's a broad generalization of all of Germany and all of the US. Take into account that my perspective is only of Virginia and then of where I live in Germany, which is in the south, in Bavaria. My first shock that I didn't know is that in Germany a lot of people under the age of 18 have motorcycles, because once you are 16 you can drive a motorcycle, but you have to wait till you're 18 until you can drive a car. So in the US, most states it varies, but you can get your license at around 16 in the US. But here, since you can't, a lot of the teens have motorcycles and they like drive their motorcycles to school. Or I'm not exactly sure if a Motorrad is the same as a like Harley Davidson motorcycle or the motorcycles that we think of in the US, but they go pretty fast, I'm pretty sure. I have a few friends who have motorcycles, and they're also like scooters, which I know you can drive when you're younger than 16, maybe like 15, but those don't go as fast. And that's how a lot of people get to school where I live, because they live like on the outer circle of the city and like not in the city, so then they have to take their motorcycle or like drive into school with their parents. Another like aspect of teen culture here is the German rap music, and like personally I'm just not that big of a fan, but it's because I don't really like American rap music either. I know that the one like German rapper that my friends are always like talking about is 187 or 187. I just don't find their music that good, but sorry, that might offend some people, but I'm sorry. Super popular. I don't think it's bad, it's hard to understand because they speak so fast, and it's just not I'm more into like pop music that's normally from the US. But that's also popular here. The majority of music I'd say that teens listen to, it's either German rap or like American pop. Another thing that I didn't know was so popular in Germany, especially with teens, is shisha, which is like these smoking, like it's like a tobacco smoking thing. I'm not really sure what it is, because you have to be 18 to get into like a shisha bar. But I know that some teens also own them, and it looks like this kind of, and it's got 2 pipes attached, I think, but I really don't know that one. I didn't know that was a big thing here, because in the US we have maybe 1 or 2 shisha bars downtown in Richmond, but none near where I live, and it's just really not that common. Like, going off of that is that smoking cigarettes is really common here, and in the US that's not the case at all. I think that's one good aspect of the US that I kind of miss, because the teens in the US are really deterred away from smoking, and it's just kind of seen as something that's just not attractive, and so you don't really see a lot of teens smoking cigarettes. But here in Germany that's definitely more common, and people smoke cigarettes at parties, and it's not just guys, it's guys and girls, and it's people as young as 15 or 14, and there are even people in school, in my school and other schools, where during a break they'll go out and smoke. And I don't know, I just think that's really unfortunate, because it's so bad for your health, and even the shisha is super bad for your health because it's also a tobacco product. I tried telling my friends like stop smoking, but it's not really anything that I feel like listen to me to do. There's also, for the tobacco products here, they require that you have a gruesome image, or it says like Rauchen ist tödlich, which means smoking is deadly. So they like have to display things that kind of deter people from buying them, but I don't really think that they are that influential. And they also have like vending machines kind of on the streets or the bus stations where you can buy cigarettes from the vending machine, but you have to have your ID. Another thing that is like a really cool aspect of teen culture here is that you can go to a club when you're 16. Certain clubs, I think you have to be 18 or older to go to, but you can go when you're 16. The thing is, I think you have to leave before 12, and I'm not really sure of all the like rules or anything, so make sure, I know that other people can comment down below what I say wrong, so thank you for doing that. Be sure to heart it or pin that comment. But you can go to a club at 16 and you have to have your ID, and I'm pretty sure that they like take your ID. I'm not really positive. And then if you want to stay after 12, if the club allows that, you have to have, it's called like a mutisseto, or a paper that your parent writes their signature on. And then you have to have someone who's older than 18 also sign that, and the person who's older than 18 can only sign, I think, 2 or 3. Here at 16 you can buy beer and wine, and then at 18 you can buy the rest. But yeah, so you can go to a club even when you're not 18, and in the US you have to be 18 to get in. Some clubs in the US you have to be 21 to get in, and when you're only 18 you can't drink because you have to be 21 in the US to drink. Another aspect that's really different about teen culture here is that your parents are, or at least my host parents are super nice, and I think my friends' parents too. They're a lot more willing to like drive you around to places even when it's super late, and pick you up when it's 12 or 1 or 2 because you don't have a car, you can't drive. And then I guess driving those like motorcycles late at night, it's not super safe, or not as safe as during the day. And then the bus systems normally, at least where I live, they stop at 12 or 11:30. I think the last bus comes at 11:30. Parents are a lot more willing to drive their teens around, and that's super nice. I know sometimes my parents would have been like super grumpy and tired, but yeah. I've got 2 more things. So the next thing is that German teens study so much, and this is such a shock to me. I think that the way I approached school was way different in the US, because we have so much homework, and the homework is graded, and then you just study like super cramming the night before for a test. But here, my friends, at least, or my classmates, everyone in my school, they just study so much. Honestly, it's probably better for retaining the information because they study days in advance, or even like weeks in advance. And I'll ask my friends, oh, what are you doing? I'll call them and be like, do you want to hang out? And they'll be like, oh no, sorry, I've got to study. And I just think that's really crazy, because in the US, the majority of people, I would say, just cram the night before instead of studying a lot. And in general, there's so many people in my class in the US who would not study at all, and they would just wing a test. But here, I'd say more than 60 or 70% of students study, because they're really dedicated to school and to their Abitur, and they want to get good grades. Last German teen culture shock or aspect of teen culture is that so many people play soccer or Fußball, but we say soccer in the US. So many people play. I would say more boys than girls play soccer. 8 times out of 10, or maybe that's a lot, 7 times out of 10, when I ask a guy in my school what sports they play, they say soccer. And then the girls are a little more like volleyball, cheerleading. Where I am, we have a cheerleading team, which I know isn't that normal because that's pretty American. And even if you don't play soccer, watching soccer is also a big thing. Everybody has their favorite soccer team. I know there's FC Bayern, FC Dortmund, I think that's the other one, I don't know. FC Bayern, because I live in Bayern. But I just like wasn't really used to so much soccer in the US. I know soccer is definitely on the come up in the US. So many people are playing it now. But here, that is a very big sport or love for teens too. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about German teens, and I honestly love all my friends here and Germany for showing me what it's like living as a teen here. And I hope none of my aspects really came off as negative. They're just very different than the US. And I think it's really cool getting to see what it's like living here versus in a completely different country. So I hope you really enjoyed this. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment down below any questions or any concerns if I misspoke. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye!